As we think back to how when you're doing it right, it really works, and it drives more jobs, more diversity, more innovation, more retention, right? Having had the chance to live that example, I'm always have been thoughtful about, okay, how do we invite more people into the industry in a way that's both good for those communities and good for the industry? And a few years ago, when as a country, really for the planet Earth, we all went through this reckoning. And to the credit of the leadership of this industry, I started getting a lot of calls. What can we do? We do want to do the right thing in this industry, which, I have friends that still work in defense, or other industries weren't doing that, right? So it's a testament to the humans who work in this industry of like, well, we want to right-size things. We want to do the right thing. We want to reflect the consumer we serve. And I'm going to tell you a story about an organization that myself and two other co-founders founded called Pronghorn. And some of you have heard it. If you can't memorize it back to me, you haven't heard it enough. So, so what we did is we got these calls and we want to do better. And if we're just not in the business of doing anything a little bit, right? Or small or a parade or a mural. We're like, if we're going to do it, let's figure out how we can actually change the industry. Let's figure out how to set up a template for effectively diversifying actually any industry. And we're going to start with the spirits industry, and we're going to start with the Black community in the United States, and we're going to build an open code and learn in real time like a scientist so that we can quickly share for other communities within our industry and share it for American economy at large so other industries can learn from the great example and the leadership of the spirits industry. The reason why we call it Pronghorn is the pronghorn is the second fastest land mammal in the world, second only to the cheetah. Now, when I first brought this up, everyone was like, what? What's a pronghorn? So I'm trying to get to the point that when you Google pronghorn, we beat the animal. But if you don't know, pronghorn is an interesting animal only in Montana. And the interesting thing about it is it can go fast for a long time. Like if you ever driven past Yellowstone, like it will race you on the highway. It goes very fast for an extended period of time. So when we thought about what we needed to do to develop a template on how to effectively diversify an industry, right? The idea was we have a lot of ground to cover, but we're impatient, so we don't have a lot of time, right? We need speed and we need endurance. We want to go far, but we have to go fast. And we felt like this animal was a beautiful manifestation of what it means to be intentional about inclusion. Now, when I grew up, you guys probably heard this, my mother would say all the time, like, how do you bite an elephant? One bite at a time. So in this world of macro muckery, you can use a curse word in your free time, there's a lot of challenges, right, that we're dealing with. So we're like, look, if we want to do this, I want to get it down to the micro level. How many blocks, how many zip codes, how many humans, how many stores, what distributor involvement, how many salespeople, how many interns, and how many people in the C-suite will actually change the industry from year one, day one, right, to year 10. And we did a ton of work on the modeling. It was COVID, so we were home doing our work. And we did a ton of understanding what the economic impact would be for the Black community in the United States and for the spirits industry. Because I often say, right, the best commercial for diversity is commercial success, right? So what we have built is a standalone for-profit entity that is focusing on diversifying the industry to the benefit of the industry.